Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Sheldon High School in beautiful Eugene, Oregon, as we get ready for the regular season finale. Roseburg baseball wrapping up the regular season with a doubleheader against the Irish. Looking forward to getting this game in after things were pushed on Saturday. Just the unfavorable conditions on Saturday had us wondering whether or not things were going to get played. And wouldn't you know it, it wouldn't be this season without a doubleheader on Saturday pushed to a weekday. We'll try to get everything in here coming up today as we wrap up the regular season with a lot on the line for the Roseburg Indians as well as for the Sheldon Irish, who sit right behind Roseburg and could move into a tie for second place in the conference standings with a win against the Tribe here this afternoon. Two games coming up, Roseburg playing for a conference title, and so we look forward to seeing what's in store for us today from Eugene. Joey Kieran here with you. It's great to have you on the airwaves with us or watching online at 541radio.com as we kick things off with the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Call them at 541-673-7122. Field is looking in great shape. We've had clouds overhead with a few sun breaks mixed in off and on. The clouds, though, do seem to be holding the moisture, so we hope that that will be the case as things continue here this afternoon in Eugene. Looking forward to the doubleheader with a lot riding on. We'll talk more about that with head coach Troy Thompson coming up here in the pregame show, so stick around for that. As mentioned, today's game is streaming live online at 541radio.com. You can also watch it on the Score YouTube channel where you can see the action there for free. And we appreciate everybody that's helping make this broadcast a possibility here today, so look forward to bringing you all the action from Sheldon High School. We'll take a quick 2-minute timeout when we come back. A word with head coach Troy Thompson on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show here on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
We're back with more of our Roseburg Disposal pregame show here on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM, and streaming online at 541radio.com. Well, we get some day baseball in a midweek series, and Roseburg getting ready to take on Sheldon for 2 to finish out the regular season. And joining us is head coach Troy Thompson. And coaches, we get ready for it. It's obviously been another long weekend and a season that's had all of its twists and turns. But as we start wrapping things up, obviously it's nice to get to this point where you guys have a doubleheader on the road against Sheldon, where you got something to play for. I think we said after the last one against South Medford, this is the spot you wanted to be in. You're playing for something on the final day of the regular season.
Well, absolutely. That's all you can hope for at the start of the year, and we find ourselves here on a Monday. Not ideal as far as our schedule's been the last several weeks, but it hasn't been ideal for anybody else either. So the weather has certainly played a part in that for all of us in the league, and like I said, we find ourselves here on a Monday in a double at Sheldon, who's playing well, and have a chance to get on the field with them here today, weather permitting. Looks like we're going to have a chance to get it in, so that'll be good. And wrapping up the regular season and looking forward to what comes next after regular season, and a chance to play in the playoffs is always a good place to be in.
You guys get to take on Sheldon here to finish it out, and just kind of bouncing off of a tough one there against South Medford as you guys finished out that series. We're looking to have a chance to take all three of them, which is nice to be able to be in that spot. But, it was a game that maybe some uncharacteristic defensive miscues for you guys. And once again, we saw the hitting kind of come back up. You've had an extra couple of days down before this matchup. What's been kind of the focus for you guys as you get ready to wrap things up here?
Well, same focus for us. We got to pitch it well and play strong defense. And then offensively, we've got to get guys on base and find a way to figure out how to score runs. And looking back at last Tuesday, South Medford came in and played extremely well. And Carson Joe, their pitcher on the mound, did a fine job of keeping us off balance and off the base pass and ultimately off the scoreboard to get what we needed to have there. So credit South and credit Carson Joe. And we get back to work after that game on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And obviously got pushed Saturday till today, but had a chance to work out this weekend. And same focus for us. Like I said, we've got to pitch it well. Our pitchers keep us in it, and defensively we've done a good job all year. And hopefully today offensively we come out and get some good looks and some good swings against a couple of very good arms here for Sheldon. So same routine for us. We've got to play all three of the aspects of the game very well to give ourselves a chance to get the result we need here at the end.
You guys, you find yourself with that extra kind of day of practice. You're supposed to play Saturday. You've got the weekend that ends up being more free than expected. Do you guys take that to try and do anything fun, or is it just kind of the regular business practice session for you guys? You do any sort of scrimmaging or anything like that to try and just kind of maybe keep things light and be able to fill up the time when you expected to be out there playing a game?
No, we had our younger JV group in on Friday and had a scrimmage there at Legion at the field, so that was good to get some live looks and see some balls off the bat. So good job by our guys there. And then came in yesterday, both groups, the JVs and the varsity group, came in and had a good workout there at Legion Field. And once again, doing the things that we think we have to do to get ourselves prepared to play. And kids did a great job. They've done a great job all year, and certainly the last couple of weeks with the schedule being up and down and not getting a Saturday doubleheader but about once here in the last 3 or 4 Saturdays. So that's been tough, being pushed with the weather. So once again, the kids have done a great job of staying with it and keeping ourselves mentally focused and ready to play when we get the opportunity, and we do here today. So hopefully we'll come out and do the things we need to do. And like I said, get on the mound, and we'll play solid defense and get a chance offensively to score runs. And after that, you play the game.
There you go. All right, Coach. Well, we wish you guys the best of luck out there as you wrap up the regular season.
Thank you.
And that is head coach Troy Thompson joining us here in the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Again, let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. We'll come back after our final 2-minute break, and we get ready to go for the start of today's action. 2 games from Eugene at Sheldon High School here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
And there is our national anthem as we get ready to go for today's doubleheader between Roseburg and Sheldon. Teams have been announced down on the field. It is time to do about the same for us here this afternoon. Welcome in, everybody. Joey Keyran, great to have some day baseball in the afternoon for you here on The Score. Let's go ahead and get a look at our starting lineups for today's matchup. For Roseburg, your starting 9. For head coach Troy Thompson in his 20th year, Roseburg coming in at 16-7 on the season, 10-3 in conference play. Leading things off will be Logan Klopfenstein in right field, followed by third baseman Austin Takahashi. The shortstop, Dawson Gillespie, will bat third, followed by the DH, Silas Kincaid, who will bat for starting pitcher Dominic Tatone. Knox Hubbard, the catcher, will bat in the 5 spot, followed by Evan Corbin at first base. In left field is Griffin Zymet batting 7th, hitting 8th, and playing at second base, Sebastian Watson. And your center fielder, rounding out the starting 9, is Carson Dunn. That is a look at the starting defense starting batting lineup for Roseburg, coming off of their loss 6-1 against South Medford back on Tuesday last week. They will face off against Taylor Langworthy. Langworthy, a right-hander on the mound for this Irish team, the senior. We'll get the start for Game 1 of our twin bill. He throws into Brody Spurlock behind the plate. Nolan Miller, the first baseman. Dom Graziano at second. Brock Thomas at third. And Cade Welch at short. In the outfield from left to right, Hunter Lansden, Drew Coleman, and E.J. Peterson. And that is a look at your starting defensive alignment for Sheldon as we get ready for today's twin bill. It is a mostly cloudy day here in Eugene. The sun keeps breaking through some cracks in the clouds, and when it does, boy, it warms up. It is a day that is muggy here in Eugene. 61 as we get ready for first pitch of Game 1, expecting to hit a high of 64 this afternoon. Sitting back behind home, watching today's game. First pitch of the ball game is in for a called strike against Logan Klopfenstein, and we are underway in today's ball game. The 0-1 from Langworthy, swung on and missed by Klopfenstein. Logan Klopfenstein got him on the front arm on the third pitch of the at-bat. He hits him. Langworthy will put Kloffenstein on base. Had him ahead, down 0-2 in the count. Kloffenstein finds a way on. Puts one man on with nobody out, and Austin Takahashi coming up to bat for Roseburg. First pitch swinging. Takahashi sends that one out of play down the third base side over towards the football and track and field facilities here at Sheldon High School. The baseball diamond tucked in with residential homes behind us. The school out beyond the left field fence. The 0-1 breaking ball is well outside from Langworthy. 1-1 count for Takahashi. That is the 6th time this season that Logan Kloffenstein has reached base with a hit by pitch. At the dish, Austin Takahashi has a 2-1 count. Takahashi this year batting .348 for Roseburg. Pickoff throw over to first base. Back in safely does go Kloffenstein. Well, big series. Talked about that some in the pregame show there. We'll tell you more as a pitch high and away to Takahashi makes it a 3-1 count. Big series here, and the fact that if Roseburg can sweep this matchup against Sheldon, they will be tied with South Medford at the top of the standings. And that would give them the league championship with the head-to-head tiebreaker against the Panthers. A walk issued to Takahashi. First walk for Langworthy on the day. Man at first and second for Roseburg. The Tribe will bring up Dawson Gillespie, the 3-hitter in the lineup card. Gillespie, deep breath before he digs into the box, batting .344 this season. He has finished strong to his senior regular season. Breaking ball hits the inside corner from Langworthy. Langworthy has been attacking the zone on the first pitch. First 3 batters have all seen a first pitch strike 1. The 0-1 count for Gillespie. Runners at first and second. Ground ball up the middle, ranging. Welch flips to second for 1, relay to first for 2. And Welch, Graziano, and Miller will combine for the 6-4-3 double play. Takahashi forced out at second base. Up to third goes Kloffenstein. And it brings up Silas Kincaid to bat with a man at third and 2 away. First pitch inside, almost got the front leg there for Kincaid. Kind of stuck it out there a little bit, see if he could get it, but does not. Go ahead run at third with 2 outs in the top of the first. Breaking ball this time outside corner. Catches the edge for a 1-1 count for Langworthy. Trying to work through the first inning so far. Has not given up a hit batter and a walk. Put 2 men on base, but double play by the defense, helping clear things off. High and away to Kincaid, gives him a 2-1 count. Silas batting .314 this year for Roseburg, has 8 RBI on the year and a chance to try and pick up his 9th with Logan Kloffenstein at third. A breaking ball inside corner, drops in for strike 2. Silas watches that one go by. Warm, muggy day here right now. The flag in center field not moving. There has been a breeze from time to time as the 2-2 swung on and missed. And Langworthy battles his way back to strike out Silas Kincaid and get out of the first inning. Roseburg leaves a man stranded at third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and the 1 man left on. We'll head to the bottom of the first inning. We'll take a look at the Sheldon batting lineup when we return after a 60-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Bottom of the first inning, scoreless ball game between Roseburg and Sheldon. Taking a look at the batting lineup put together by head coach Josh Riley. It'll be second baseman Dom Graziano leading things off, followed by Cade Welch, the shortstop. Taylor Langworthy, the pitcher, bats third. Brody Spurlock, the catcher, batting cleanup, followed by Nolan Miller, the first baseman. In right field, batting sixth, E.J. Peterson. Hunter Lansden in left field will bat seventh, followed by Drew Coleman, the center fielder. And Brock Thomas at third base will bat in the 9 position. They will face off against the lefty Dominic Titone, 33 and a third innings work this year, making his 8th start of the season for Roseburg. Dom's first pitch, high and away, and we are underway in the bottom of the first in today's ball game. Titone, a 2-2 record this year, a 3.15 ERA, 42 strikeouts, 31 walks. Is 1-0 line drive shot to left field, and Graziano leads things off with a base knock out to Griff Zymet in left. And that'll be a man on at first with nobody out for the Irish. Cade Welch digging in next. Graziano, not a line drive shot right by third baseman Austin Takahashi. Plays in a bit on the grass, expecting bunts. And that one, he had no chance to get to that laser shot into left field. First pitch, the bunt is laid down. Takahashi only plays to go to first. The lead runner will make his way to second. Graziano into scoring position, 1 away on the sac bunt for Cade Welch. Brings up Taylor Langworthy with 1 out, a man in scoring position. We'll take a look around the rest of the diamond for Roseburg here in this one. And Roseburg is just going to immediately put Langworthy on base. That's interesting. Here early on, Roseburg not going to mess around with Langworthy, who I guess we're here recently, had 6 RBI in the first inning of a ball game. Had a 2-run shot and a grand slam all in the first inning of a game. So obviously a very dangerous hitter. They put him on with runners at first and second. 1 away. Brody Spurlock will bat, the catcher in the cleanup spot. The first pitch from Titone low and inside, handled by Knox Hubbard behind the plate, sliding to his left. With the intentional walk to Langworthy, also sets up a possible double play to get out of this one in the bottom of the first. The 1-0 from Titone, swung on, foul tipped into the glove for strike 1. Brody Spurlock, the catcher, hits in the cleanup position, right-handed batter. Digs back in here on this grass and dirt field, all natural in Eugene. The 1-1 for Titone. Hits the outside corner with his breaking ball from the lefty to the righty for strike 2. Out at second base, the leadoff man, Dom Graziano, after his single and then a sac bunt. He's in scoring position. A scoreless ball game in the bottom of the first. The 1-2 from Titone. Swung on and missed, and a big strikeout as they get Spurlock. Pitch low and inside at the shoe tops. He goes down swinging. That's a strikeout for Roseburg pitchers. All strikeouts by Roseburg pitchers are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Visit onepeakmedical.com if you're tired of waiting months to see a doctor. They'll get you seen, and they are covered by most insurances. 2 away, Nolan Miller, the lefty, will dig in. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Looking around the diamond behind the plate, mentioned Knox Hubbard there. Out at first base is Evan Corbin. At second, Sebastian Watson. At third, Austin Takahashi. And at short is Dawson Gillespie. Get to the outfield here as the 1-0 pitch fouled away into the backstop. In the outfield from left to right for Roseburg, Griffin Zymet, Carson Dunn, and Logan Klopfenstein. Starting defensive alignment for Roseburg here today against Sheldon. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Titone with his 1-1 pitch outside. Two balls and 1 strike against Nolan Miller. Runners at first and second with 2 down. High and tight. Wind now appears to be blowing towards the right field foul pole from center field. 3-1, strike call on the outside corner. Makes it a full count with 2 down. Runners should be going on the next pitch. It's an interesting setup here at Sheldon High School. We'll talk more about the facility, kind of walk the lay of the land a little bit, but as I got here plenty of time today. Full count, and Dom will step off, wipe some sweat off his brow with his left shoulder. It is a muggy one. And wearing black, I'm sure, can't help those ball players for Roseburg. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3, got him looking. Nolan Miller goes down, back-to-back strikeouts for Dom Tatone. And he will get Roseburg out of things here in the bottom of the first. Still scoreless ball game as we head to the top of the second. For Sheldon, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 men left on base. Through 1, it is scoreless on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
It's Knox Hubbard that'll lead things off for Roseburg as we start the top of the second inning. Today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. 1-0 pitch. Knox will take low again from Langworthy. Langworthy finished out the first inning with a strikeout. Dominic Tatone finishing out with back-to-back strikeouts in the bottom of the first. So both pitchers baffling the hitters so far, although Langworthy has fallen behind. 3 balls, no strikes here to Hubbard. And Knox will take ball 4. That is 4 straight to miss the zone. And Roseburg gets a leadoff man on base to start things here in the top of the second inning. Today's game also brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. Courtesy runner will come out for Knox Hubbard. Squaring the bunt, it's Evan Corbin trying to lay down the sack bunt with nobody out and a man on here in the top of the second. Roseburg going with the small ball. Running at first base, that is Eli Jacobs out there for Roseburg. Another bunt attempt, pulled it back, and Corbin watches it go by for strike 2. Two strikes against Evan Corbin, the first baseman. Off the end of his bat, that might just work as a possible... No, everybody's going to be safe. I was going to say as a possible sack bunt. Evan Corbin, a swinging bunt, dribbled down the first base line. At first base, Nolan Miller elects to try to get the out at second. Cade Welch there covering, drops the baseball. Corbin's on safe with the fielder's choice. And that'll be an E6 at second base as the courtesy runner Eli Jacobs runs for Hubbard. Runners at first and second, laying down a great bunt in front of the plate. The throw to third. Did he get it there in time? Out at third base is Eli Jacobs, who went in standing up. It was a force out. And behind the plate, Brody Spurlock gets it to Thomas at third for the out. 1 away, runner still at first and second as Griff Zyment laid down a great bunt there. He gets on with the fielder's choice. Corbin moves to second. Sebastian Watson will bat. A lot of action going on there. Trying to catch up just a bit. First pitch strike to Sebastian Watson. Watson will take an 0-1 pitch on the outside corner for a strike. The 0-2 pitch, Watson takes high and away. The 1-2 pitch, strike 3 called. And down with the strikeout looking goes Watson. Second strikeout for Langworthy in the ball game. 2 down, and up next will be Carson Dunn. Man in scoring position out at second is Evan Corbin. Dunn a check swing. That ball fouled away. Back behind us towards the homes here in Eugene. Dunn will bat in the 9 spot. Second straight inning, Roseburg's had a man in scoring position but have been unable to bring him in. We'll see if they can change that. Fortune with Dunn at the plate with 2 outs. He takes low and outside for ball 1. 1-1 count. Langworthy's 1-1 pitch, breaking ball. Hits the top end of the zone for strike 2. The 1-2 pitch is low. Ooh, look close. Dunn will stay alive with a 2-2 count. Gets behind one high in the air out towards shallow center field. Racing in is Drew Coleman, the center fielder. Catches for the final out. That'll wrap things up here in the second for Roseburg. Again, they get a man in scoring position but cannot capitalize. No runs on no hits. There was 1 error for Sheldon and 2 men left on base for Roseburg. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless ball game on 541radio.com and on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Go to the bottom of the second inning. Scoreless here from Eugene and Sheldon High School. Today's game brought to you by Good Vibrations, solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. On the mound, Dominic Tatone, first pitch of the second inning, is in for a strike. Tatone striking out back-to-back hitters in the first to finish things off with a man at second base. E.J. Peterson is leading things off for the Irish. The right fielder bats from the right side of the box. Tatone firing in, but misses everything all the way to the backstop. Lost his grip on that one. Clouds continuing to hang around overhead, but muggy, warm day. Plenty of T-shirts out here. Low and inside. 2 balls and a strike for Peterson. T-shirts, some shorts. It's a comfortable day in Eugene. The 2-1. That ball fouled up and out of play. That'll get out of here. Peterson, the leadoff man in the second. Bats in the 6th position. He's got a 2-2 count. Out of the windup. That ball into left field. Line drive shot past the outstretched arm of Takahashi into the corner. Big turn at first, but no go for E.J. Peterson. Peterson will get on with a leadoff single to left field. That is almost exactly how things started in the first inning for Sheldon, with a man on to lead off the inning on a line drive shot to left field where Griffin Zymet has to track it down in the corner. Hunter Lansden, the left fielder, will bat. One on, nobody out. Scoreless ball game in the second. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Down that left field side, not a lot of room in foul territory out there. It's only about maybe 2.5, 3 feet. As the first pitch, fouled off by Lansden. About 2.5, 3 feet down that left field line into the corner. They've got kind of their own green monster out in left field. The fence up there is maybe 25 feet tall, 30 feet, somewhere in that range. Line drive shot goes right to Sebastian Watson. Double off at first. Roseburg will get the double play and clear the bases. The line drive shot goes right to Watson at second. E.J. Peterson, a big lead at the bag, could not get back in time. And Roseburg will clear the bases and get 2 outs. Nice play defensively for the Tribe here in the second. Got a little lucky there with that ball just right to Watson. Didn't have to move at all. Drew Coleman will bat with the bases empty and 2 away. First pitch swinging. The ball disappears underneath his swing for strike 1. The only measurements that I could see out there, there's 358 to the alley in right field, 324 down the right field line here at Sheldon. Pitch in the dirt, 1-1 count. 354 to the other alley, so a little more than 350 to each alley. Center field, I don't have a number on. One pitch in for a called strike for Tatone. So it's a decent sized park, but not impossible to get out of. Got to get it up to get it out of here down the left field line, which I imagine is a little bit of a shorter porch. The 1-2, and that one bounces by the hitter inside, a 2-2 count. Seen some balls hit out here in our times. It's been a few years since the last time we were here at Sheldon High School for a ball game for Roseburg. We're talking about it when the team arrived. I think they were talking about last year a Doc Stewart's baseball game got moved here to Sheldon. But for Roseburg High School, it's been a couple of years since 2019, the last time Roseburg played here at Sheldon. 2-2 for Tatone. Strike 3, got him looking. Coleman goes down. Third strikeout of the game for Tatone. And Roseburg will get out of things in the second inning without giving up any damage. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base for the Irish. Sheldon with a couple of hits, but have not been able to do anything against Roseburg so far. We head to the top of the third on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations. Top of the Hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Well, in between innings, Taylor Langworthy wastes no time with his warm-up pitches. And one pitch into the third inning, Logan Kloffenstein flies out to the second baseman in shallow right field. So we have got 1 out so far with nobody on for Roseburg here in the top of the third. First pitch, a strike against Takahashi. He'll take strike 2 as well as Langworthy working quickly. Has himself an 0-2 count against Roseburg's number 2 hitter as the second time through the lineup for the Tribe. Low and inside to Takahashi. Tak drew a walk in the first inning on 5 pitches. He'll take outside, a 2-2 count as he battles against Langworthy. the 2-2. Ooh, not off the mark by much there for Takahashi, who is always a big defender of the strike zone, but he let that one go by, and it was a close call. The 3-2 pulled towards first base. Off the glove at first, a race to the bag, and getting there in time. Nolan Miller cannot handle the ground ball right at him. That'll be the second error of the ball game for Sheldon. Takahashi gets on base with one out. Roseburg's had a man on in every inning, have not had a hit so far against Langworthy. Reaching on walks, hit batters, and errors. Dawson Gillespie grounded into a double play last time up. He pops this one straight up on the infield. Calling for it is the second baseman. Underneath it, Graziano will make his second fly ball out of the frame. There's two away on a couple of fly ball outs for Roseburg, and it brings up Silas Kincaid with Takahashi on at first. Two down. Kincaid looking to make up for a strikeout last time at the plate. Top of the third. Breaking ball drops quite a bit there for Langworthy, and it hits the strike zone. Kincaid in the previous meeting against Sheldon was 0 for 3 in that game. He bats here in a big spot, trying to keep things going with Takahashi on at first. The 0-1 pitch for him. Off the hands and back to the backstop for strike two. Today's game here from Sheldon High School on The Score is brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home. Serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. High and tight. Kincaid out of the way of that pitch. Steps back in with the 1-2 count. Langworthy delivers low and outside. Count evens up. American flag it's been blowing towards right field, dead out to center field, now blowing to left field. It's been all over the place today. Runner going. That ball softly hit, drops into left field. Takahashi going to try to stretch it for two bags. He'll slide in feet first and gets into third base on the two-out single by Silas Kincaid. Kincaid will get the first hit of the game for Roseburg. He got jammed again, but had enough strength behind it. He muscles that one into the shallow left field grass. Hunter Lansden out there had to charge in a long way to get to that ball. And by the time he got there, no chance to try and make a play on Austin Takahashi, who was running on the pitch, who gets in easily to third. Knox Hubbard will bat. He takes high for ball one. Roseburg's catcher drew a walk to start things in the second inning. He bats with runners on the corners and two away. 1-0. Strike on the inside corner. Roseburg has all three innings had a man in scoring position with two outs. The 1-1, Hubbard takes a breaking ball for another called strike. Knox had two hits against South Medford last Tuesday. He was the only player to have multiple hits against the Panthers in that game. He hits a slow roller back to the mound, fielded by Langworthy, who underhand tosses to Nolan Miller at first to retire the side. That'll do it for Roseburg, once again leaving a man in scoring position, but they get their first hit of the day. No runs on one hit. There was one Sheldon error, and again, two men left on base. To the bottom of the third, it's still scoreless between the Irish and the Indians on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Bottom of the third inning, brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact their travel experts for your travel plans. Located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue, or call them at 672-5701. First pitch low and inside to the 9-hitter, Brock Thomas. And we'll lead things off for Sheldon against Dominic Titone. The lefty misses outside for a 2-0 count. Titone with 3 strikeouts in the ball game so far. He's allowed just 2 hits. Both have been leadoff singles to left field in the first 2 innings for the Irish. And the dirt.
Right here, Dom.
3 balls, no strikes. And a strike in for Dominic Titone. 3-1, and it's a leadoff walk issued, and that'll be the second. First one that Dom has actually issued. The first was an intentional walk where he didn't throw an entire pitch. 9-hitter gets on base. And that'll be the top of the order here. Dom Graziano batting. 1 for 1 in the game with a leadoff single. He'll square to bunt early. And watches a strike go by. Pickoff throw to first. Not going to be in time. Knox Hubbard came up throwing quickly. Oh, 1 count for Graziano with Thomas on at first. That ball in the air out towards right field on the run. Klopfenstein lane out. He can't come up with it. It drops in. Heading for second base goes Graziano. Into third goes Thomas. And a double for Graziano, his second hit of the ball game. Puts runners at second and third for the Irish. Out in right center, Klopfenstein almost got to that ball in time. A diving attempt. Knocked it down, but he couldn't glove it. And it puts runners at second and third. Nobody out. And the top of the order here for Sheldon, Cade Welch, the second hitter, will bat with 2 in scoring position. First pitch, strike 1 on the inside corner to him. He laid down a sac bunt in the first. Ended up going for naught. Sheldon couldn't take advantage. The dangerous Taylor Langworthy waits on deck. The 0-1 pitch grounded away. Foul down the third base side for strike 2. Last time with an out and 1 man on, Roseburg elected to walk Langworthy, the on-deck hitter. That's how dangerous he can be. 0-2 pitch for Welch. With nobody out, the defense playing in, takes high and inside. Roseburg, the infield, all playing in on the grass, trying to see if they can cut the run off at home. At third base, Thomas reached on a walk to start off things here in the bottom of the third. The 1-2 pitch, grounded away, foul, third base side again. Roseburg down the third base side in the dugout here at Sheldon High School. The Irish in their home dugout down the first base side. Titone's 1-2 pitch. That ball hit in the air out to left field. Well hit to the wall at the warning track. And that ball's off the wall. Zymit's going to have to chase it. 1 run will score. A second run getting waved home. And Roseburg will not have a play at the plate. It's a stand-up double to drive in 2 for Cade Welch. That ball well hit off the fence out in left field. That one was about 3/4 of the way up the wall. Out in left. Got a lot of it, not enough of it to get it out of the park there for Welch. And with nobody out in the third inning, Cade Welch drives in 2 to give Sheldon an early 2-0 lead here at home against the Tribe. Thomas scored, so does Graziano. Welch out at second base as Taylor Langworthy, the pitcher, will get a chance to help his own cause here after a visit to the mound for pitching coach Richie Charles. We'll talk through the how they want to approach things with Langworthy here. Meeting in the on-deck circle is Langworthy and Spurlock as they talk about how they want to approach things offensively. There's nobody out in the bottom of the third. 2 runs in so far. Back-to-back doubles in the third inning. Getting Sheldon on the board. And the first pitch bounces in, knocked down by Hubbard behind the plate. That one inside. I almost thought for a minute that it might have caught the front leg there for Langworthy. 1-0 count. Another one in the dirt. Runner going, throw to third. Not in time. 2-0 count for Langworthy. Welch takes the pitch in the dirt and moves up a base. Didn't get away from Hubbard behind the plate. Just a good read out at second base for Welch, and he showed off the wheels. Makes his way to third. A 2-0 pitch to Langworthy. He swings after a breaking ball for strike 1. Welch, who drove in the first 2 runs of the game for Sheldon with the second double of the third inning, stands at third now. Langworthy, an intentional walk in the first at the plate with a 2-1 pitch. He takes it on the inside corner for a strike. In the first game between these two teams, Dominic Titone pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts. Against Langworthy, he was able to keep him hitless. And there he gets a big strikeout with the breaking ball in the inside corner. Langworthy goes down looking. Strikeout number 4 for Titone. It's the first out here in the third, and that's a big one. Roseburg needed some momentum there with a man at third and the big hitter at the plate. Roseburg was able to get the strikeout. Langworthy goes down looking. Brody Spurlock will step in. He struck out swinging back in the first. First pitch swinging here. Launches one to center field. Dunn on the run at the warning track. A leaping catch. He makes it. It'll be a sac fly for Spurlock. Out in center field, Carson Dunn going the distance to track that one down on the warning track. Still drives in a run. It's 3-0 Sheldon. 2 down. Welch scores. And it brings up Nolan Miller, the first baseman. He takes low for ball 1. A nice job by Dunn tracking that all the way to the fence. Hard hit ball to right field this time for Miller. And with 2 outs, another man on base for the Irish. 3 hits in the third inning for Sheldon. 5 total in the ballgame. 1 on, 2 away, and E.J. Peterson, the right fielder, bats for a second time in the game. He is 1 for 1 with a single to left field. Dominic Titone trying to get through the third here. Gets a strike on the inside corner. He is facing his 7th batter. Sheldon needed 3 innings to get through their entire lineup. Now they've sent 7 hitters to the plate here in the third. Breaking ball hits the outside corner for strike 2. They'd sent 8 to the plate in the first 2 innings. The 9-hitter started things off here in the third. And Sheldon has put up 3 runs on the board. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Off the glove for Hubbard. The catcher has some time. Will throw it down to Evan Corbin for the final out. So Roseburg does get through the third. Another strikeout for Dominic Titone. He's got 5, but 3 hits in the third. 3 runs come in for Sheldon, and they're on top 3-0. Roseburg looking to get the offense going. When we return on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Evan Corbin leads things off for Roseburg in the top of the fourth, trailing 3-0 now against the Sheldon Irish. An 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, swung on and missed by Corbin. He's behind 0-2 against Taylor Langworthy, who has a lead to work with now after Sheldon scored 3 in the bottom of the third inning. Check swing, strike 3, and going down looking is Evan Corbin. Corbin reached on a fielder's choice in the second. He strikes out to begin things here in the fourth for the Tribe. Third strikeout for Langworthy. First pitch swinging. Griffin Zyman pops one up to left field, tracking that ball, and into the glove for Hunter Lansden. And there's 2 down. Well, quickly there, Roseburg unable to get much going against Langworthy so far here in the fourth inning. Sebastian Watson will have a conversation briefly here with first base coach Tim Sester. Nobody on with 2 away. Today's game is brought to you by our friends over at Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda is different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family, because they are family. Watson will dig in after the conversation with Sester. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Well, Watson will jump out to a 2-0 count against Langworthy here. He's working quickly. Gets one in right around the hands on the inside corner for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike for Sebastian Watson. The second baseman takes a strike again on the inside corner with the off-speed pitch. Watson struck out looking back in the second. 2-2 count for him here. Swings, got handcuffed, a soft liner, pop to the shortstop, and that will finish things off. A 1-2-3 frame for Langworthy. Roseburg continues to struggle at the plate offensively. For the first time, they are unable to get anyone on base. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Sheldon in front on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
A 3-0 lead for Sheldon against Roseburg as we start things here in the bottom of the fourth. The 0-1 count to Hunter Lansden, who leads things off. Swings after another breaking ball in the dirt to fall behind 0-2. Today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. The 0-2 pitch is high and away from Dominic Tatone. Dom on the mound gave up 3 runs on 3 hits in the third inning, a couple of doubles in that frame. trying to settle back in as Roseburg trails 3-0. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt couldn't get him to chase. Lansden had gone after a couple of breaking balls in the dirt, but this time lays off. Roseburg needing to sweep this doubleheader here in Eugene today to win a league title. They would finish tied with South Medford, but have the head-to-head tiebreaker against the Panthers. Breaking ball, that one had a lot of movement, and it wraps right around the hitter. Stays inside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count for Lansden. Leadoff man in the 4th for the Irish. He'll foul off the 3-2 pitch. If Roseburg does not sweep, they need to at least win 1 out of 2 to stay ahead of Sheldon in the standings. If they were to lose them both, Sheldon would finish tied with Roseburg and would have the head-to-head tiebreaker, thus taking second in the league standings. Soft liner right side. It goes right to Evan Corbin at first base, and that is a couple of line-outs on the infield for Hunter Lansden so far in this ball game. There's one away. The 8-hitter, Drew Coleman, will bat. He struck out looking in the 2nd. So a lot riding on the line for these two teams. Sheldon trying to move into 2nd to finish the regular season. Roseburg trying to see if they could win a league title. Regular season finale for Roseburg. Sheldon has a couple of non-conference games left to go as a pitch gets away from Tatone. Misses for ball 1. Roseburg will take the rest of the week off. The 6A baseball power rankings freeze on Thursday. The playoff brackets will be set then as they strike in for Tatone. He misses on the first one badly, but comes back right at the knees to mix up Coleman and has himself a 1-1 count. 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-1 from Tatone. Swung on and missed with the breaking ball. Nobody on, 1 away, a 1-2 count for Drew Coleman. Tatone's 1-2 offering. Breaking ball, got him to chase it. Another strikeout for Dom. And all strikeouts by Roseburg pitchers are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Did you strike out with that New Year fad diet? Well, let One Peak Medical Fitness and Nutrition Advisors create an individualized plan for your daily routine, goals, and overall health. One Peak Medical is accepting new patients. Visit onepeakmedical.com. 2 down, and the 9-hitter will bat. And as Brock Thomas swings wildly at the first pitch. Now, I am not 100% sure if it's Brock Thomas at the plate. Strike called on 0-2 count. I keep calling him Q. I can't find anybody on the roster with the letter Q in their name. And I still have Brock Thomas listed as number 10, so that's what I'm going with as he swings through. And that is another strikeout for Dominic Tatone, and it wraps up the side. 7 strikeouts in the ball game. A big frame there for Dominic Tatone as he bounces back after giving up the lead in the 3rd. He gets a 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Roseburg trails 3-0 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Top of the 5th inning, a 1-1 count for Carson Dunn against Taylor Langworthy. Swinging through a sweeping breaking ball. Carson Dunn falls behind 1-2. Dunn for 0-1 on the day. He gets a line drive out towards center field. Coming in now, drifting back. The center fielder, Drew Coleman, is underneath it for the out. Roseburg trails 3-0 against Sheldon. Game 1 of a doubleheader here in Eugene. Top of the 5th inning, Roseburg with just 1 hit so far against Taylor Langworthy. Today's game brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Top of the order coming up for Roseburg. Big swing out of Logan Klopfenstein for strike 1. The 0-1 from Langworthy. A breaking ball, a little high, and carries outside. Taylor Langworthy has been pretty lights out today. Hasn't given up much to Roseburg as a pop fly out towards right field. Caught, charging in E.J. Peterson. Calls off Dom Graziano, the second baseman, for another out. Roseburg just cannot seem to get the ball out of the air. Seven fly ball outs for Roseburg so far today as a ball fouled towards the football stadium for Austin Takahashi, strike 1. 7 fly ball outs out of 14 outs total so far. Line drive shot, there you go. That'll drop in for a base hit. Comes with 2 outs for Austin Takahashi, who gets his first hit of the day. He's on base for a 3rd time in the contest. Reached on a walk in the 1st, an error in the 3rd, and now gets on with a single here in the 5th. Just the 2nd hit of the game for Roseburg. 3rd time through the lineup here. Trying to get a 2-out rally going with the heart of the lineup up. Dawson Gillespie bats and takes the first pitch for strike 1. Dawson grounded into a double play in the 1st and popped out to the second baseman in the 3rd. The 0-1. Gillespie way out in front of a breaking ball for strike 2. Gillespie will dig back in. Takahashi on at first. Ground ball, softly hit right side, goes off the glove for Langworthy. He's got a race to it, gets to the ball in time to retire Gillespie at first base. It was a foot race, see if Langworthy could get to the baseball before Gillespie could get to first. He is able to grab it, bare hand spin to first, and toss it over there to Miller for the final out. Roseburg unable to do anything. 1 hit in the top of the 5th, still trailing 3-0 here on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family liked that better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations. Top of the Hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Back here in Eugene, overcast. Temperatures have cooled a little bit with the sun getting back behind the clouds. A 1-0 count for Dominic Titone against Dom Graziano, the leadoff man for the Irish. Graziano is 2 for 2 in the game with a single and a double. Scored a run back in the 3rd as Sheldon leads 3-0 against Roseburg, entering the late stages of Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Dominic Titone has had 7 strikeouts in this game, just 2 walks. But that 1 inning gave up 3 hits, 2 of them doubles. Has come back to haunt him so far. Hard hit ball down the first base side. Just goes foul for Graziano. That one was right down the chalk line. Into foul territory down the right field side. Evens up the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes against Sheldon's leadoff man. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Graziano goes down looking. Number 8 on the day for Dominic Titone. Another One Peak Medical strikeout for the Roseburg pitching staff. 1 down, Cade Welch will bat. He had the 2-run double off the left field fence back in the 3rd. First pitch swinging. 1 hopper. Gets off the glove into right field for Sebastian Watson. That looked like a tailor-made 1 hopper to backhand for Watson. But he can't handle it. Gets by him into right field. That's a leadoff man, or excuse me, a man on with 1 out for Sheldon. Taylor Langworthy bats. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Struck out looking back in the 3rd. Trying to help his own cause with 1 out. He watches a strike go by at the knees on the inner half. Sheldon coming in today ranked number 22 in the OSA power rankings. Roseburg in the top 10 at number 9 as a ball fouled off by Langworthy. Trickles towards the Roseburg dugout on the third base side. So for Sheldon, getting a couple of wins could help boost their ranking going into the postseason. Roseburg trying to do the same. They'd like to get into the top 8 if possible. The 0-2 from Titone. Ball foul off the plate down the third base side. Picked up by Titone. He's not going to try and get the out at first. Langworthy gets on with an infield single. That ball hit off the plate, then just trickled down the third base side. It was a long throw, and it would have been bang, bang at the bag if the throw was perfect by Titone, and he decides not to risk it and maybe throwing the ball away. He had a tough one there trying to field and spin back to throw to first. So runners at first and second. Brody Spurlock at the plate with 2 down, and he hits a laser to center field. Titone ducking out of the way. Dunn will send it in, and the runners will hold. Nice throw by Carson Dunn in center field. And the bases are loaded with 2 away as Brody Spurlock gets his first hit of the day. Sent that one right back up the middle. A low laser just gets into center field. Bases are juiced with 1 out, and it brings up Nolan Miller, the first baseman, who will hit. He is 1 for 2 with a single back in the 3rd. Miller will bat with 1 out, and the bases juiced, looking to try and extend a 3-0 lead for the Irish. Time called as pitching coach Richie Charles will head out to the mound. Today's game brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall. The dentist is accepting new patients, so give him a call at 541-378-6694. Nolan Miller, the lefty, hit one to right field back in the 3rd inning. Just went right between first and second for the base knock that came with 2 outs in that 3rd inning. He comes up here with an RBI opportunity, trying to stretch a 3-0 lead for the Irish. Instead, he takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Miller, the left-handed batter against the left-handed pitcher. The 0-1 for Titone. Low and outside, a 1-1 count. Titone does have a strikeout against Miller back in the 1st. That or maybe a ground ball for a double play here would be ideal for Roseburg. Try and get out of things here in the bottom of the 5th. Ball fouled off. Strike 2. A ball like that, if it was fair, if it hadn't hit off the body, that's one that Knox Hubbard can touch home and then throw to first for a possible inning-ending double play on something like that. 1-2 count. Titone gets him to swing and miss for strike 3. That's a big strikeout there for Dominic Titone. Second of the game against Nolan Miller. That is number 9 on the day for Titone. It's 2 down. That'll ease some of the pressure just a little bit. And at third base, I believe Coach Josh Riley is trying to argue that that might have been a foul tip. Looked like it might have been caught behind the plate by Knox Hubbard. He at least came up with it. It might have gone into the dirt before. Oh, they're going to overturn it. So it'll be a foul ball instead for Nolan Miller, and here comes Coach Troy Thompson out of the dugout for Roseburg. And so what was a strikeout for the second out of the fifth will turn into a foul ball, and back to the plate, Nolan Miller will have 2 strikes against him. So he steps back in. Count is a ball and 2 strikes. With now just 1 out after they overturn that call. 1 out, 1-2 pitch with the bases loaded in the bottom of the fifth. Sliding to his left, Hubbard will knock it down. The count goes to 2-2. So an appeal by Josh Riley, the head coach for Sheldon from third base, goes in his favor. Gets another chance here with Miller. A 2-2 pitch from Titone. That ball is popped up foul and out of play. Titone thought he had strikeout number 9. He has had a strikeout in every inning. The 2-2. That ball's into center field. Will be caught by Carson Dunn. He's going to throw to third. And that throw off line. A run comes in to score on the sac fly from Miller. So that does work out in the favor of the Irish. It's 2 down, but instead of a strikeout, it goes down as a sac fly. It'll drive in a run for Sheldon. 4-0, they lead now. Scoring from third was Cade Welch. Tagging and moving up to third goes Langworthy. Runners on the corners with 2 down. E.J. Peterson bats, had a single back in the second. Struck out in the third. High and away on the first pitch for Titone. Peterson, the right fielder. Takes low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. It was the final out back in the third. That was the frame where Sheldon took the 3-0 lead. Now adding to it here in the fifth. 4-0 the score. 2-0 pitch. Titone gets him to pop up. That one out of play. 2 balls and a strike for the 6-hitter. Roseburg down to the final couple of outs left to go in this ballgame for him offensively. 6th and the 7th inning coming up. Trailing 4-0, but just needing 1 inning to really get in their favor. Strike at the knees on the inner half by Titone. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes for E.J. Peterson. Two-two. Fouled away on the breaking ball. He hung in there. Had some happy feet, but gets a defensive swing to stay alive. Two balls, two strikes remains the count for Peterson. Dominic Titone picks off the first. The runner is heading to the plate. The tag at second base in time before the run comes in to score. Brody Spurlock is cut down trying to steal second on the pickoff throw by Dominic Titone. Roseburg will get out of things in the bottom of the fifth. They give up one more run, trail 4-0, going to the top of the 6th inning on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Top of the 6th inning, getting down to crunch time for Roseburg here. Got to get some offense going against Taylor Langworthy, who has allowed just 2 hits, no runs. Through 5 innings of work so far. He's walked 1 and struck out 3. Today's game brought to you by 7 Feathers Truck and Travel. Join the winning team at 7 Feathers. Several positions open starting at $16.25 an hour. Apply at i5exit99.com. First pitch carries outside to Silas Kincaid, who had a single back in the 3rd. He'll take a strike on the outside corner, a 1-1 count. So Roseburg right now behind South Medford, who has played 2 more games. Everybody else in the conference has wrapped up conference play. There's a pitch in the dirt from Langworthy, 2 balls and a strike. Roseburg and Sheldon, the last 2 teams in conference to finish out Southwest Conference games. A 2-1 gets away from Langworthy outside. 3-1 count for Silas Kincaid, the DH, batting for Dominic Titone. On Saturday, everybody else got their doubleheaders in when this doubleheader that we've got today was originally scheduled. So they're all waiting to see how it works out. Kincaid gets behind one out to left field. Well struck, long run, can't get to it in left. Hunter Lansden, diving attempt, tracks it down in the corner. It's a leadoff double for Silas Kincaid. Initially, looked like he might have gotten a lot more of that one. Thought it was headed to the wall. But as it was, got around on it enough that it was outside the reach of Hunter Lansden and left. He was chasing that ball down, made a diving attempt, knocked it down, but couldn't field it cleanly. Had to chase to get it, and Kincaid able to round all the way to second base for a leadoff double. Knox Hubbard will bat. Hubbard, first pitch swinging, popped up on the infield to shortstop. Cade Welch calling for it, and it's off his glove. On will be Knox Hubbard. That'll be the 3rd error of the game for Sheldon. And Roseburg will have runners at first and second with nobody out. That was one of those just high pop flies. Here with this afternoon, cloudy sky can be kind of maybe difficult to track those. They were never my favorite. Back behind second base, Welch couldn't squeeze it. So an error will put runners at first and second for Roseburg. The Tribe have been unable to capitalize on these extra opportunities given by Sheldon. Sheldon is definitely not playing a clean game out there. 3 errors so far, but Roseburg hasn't capitalized. First pitch to Evan Corbin is in for a called strike. Langworthy working out of the stretch, facing his biggest jam since earlier in the game. Breaking ball, Corbin got a piece of it. Strike 2. Roseburg had runners at first and second in the first inning with nobody out. But a double play ended up kind of killing the mood there. Able to get runners into scoring position in the second as well as Corbin. A well-hit ball out to the alley. It finds a spot. Kincaid rounding third. He's heading for home. The relay throw cut off. No throw to the plate. Roseburg's on the board. Evan Corbin comes through with a base knocked to left center. Not overly hard hit, but done enough to get Silas Kincaid motoring around the bases to come in and score. A courtesy runner for the catcher is Eli Jacobs. He is out at second base, moving up 1 bag. Kincaid scores from second. Roseburg with runners at first and second and nobody out. They're on the board, trailing by 3 here in the top of the 6th. That prompts a visit to the mound for the Sheldon coaching staff. Well, so far, haven't seen any action for either team on making a change. I'm not sure where the bullpens are here at this ballpark anymore, but I think they are hidden from view. Both starting pitchers going deep in the game and have been looking fairly good throughout much of it, but any pitching changes are brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. You can contact Chris at 541-672-3301 or visit chrisinsures.com for a quote today. Griffin Zimet squares to bunt, offers on the first pitch, a breaking ball tailed away from the hitter. Zimet tried everything he could to get a piece of that one, and just outside of his reach. Zimet did lay down a sacrifice bunt attempt in the second. He squares again. He'll take high and away. A 1-1 count. Simon laid it down. It wasn't a bad one, and he had to chase it. Got it down, laid it down just in front of home. But that was Brody Spurlock coming up out of his crouch through to third to get the lead runner. Bunt popped up in the air, back behind home, caught by Spurlock for the first out. One away. Zyman trying to lay down the sack bunt. Couldn't do it. And it brings up Sebastian Watson, the second baseman, 0 for 2 in the game. Trying to come up with a big hit here. Takes high for ball one. Well, that was a pitch I don't know if I would have laid off, just because it was so enticing. Fastball just up near the eyeballs. Looked initially, I thought it was going to be strike one at the top of the zone, but a good layoff there by Watson, but he'll take strike one on the second pitch. 1-1 count for Watson. Breaking ball inside, he lays off. Does so smartly. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners at first and second. 1 run in so far for Roseburg. A breaking ball from Langworthy. Doesn't have the bite. And the pitch stays high and away. And Langworthy falls behind 3 balls and a strike to Watson. Comes back with the fastball. That ball popped up behind home and out of play for strike 2. Big opportunity here for Roseburg. They rallied to win in the final at-bats against Sheldon in the one game down in Roseburg earlier this season. Won 6-5 in that matchup. Trying to rally again here. 3-2 pitch. Watson fights it off, stays alive. Out at second base, Eli Jacobs running for Knox Hubbard. Evan Corbin on at first. At the plate, Sebastian Watson with 1 out. Hits one hard, but fouled on the third base side. Watson will hang in there with the full count. Top of the 6th inning, Roseburg finally on the board, getting 1 across here. Trailing 4-1. Off speed, high and away, bases are loaded. That was a tough one to lay off there for Watson. You saw it all the way in. He was watching intently. Had the double clutch with the hands, lets it go by, and he draws a walk. Had to battle for that one, but Watson comes through to load him up. First pitch high to Carson Dunn. Dunn is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Steps in after a couple of fly ball outs to center field. The 1-0 pitch he'll take for a strike. No, I missed. Thought I saw the umpire call out a strike, was waiting for the hand signal, never came. 2-0 count. Dunn underneath it, out towards left center. Tagging at third is Jacobs. He will break for the plate. The throw, cut off. No, it will not come to the plate. First baseman Nolan Miller makes the cutoff. Dunn with a sac fly. Out to center field. There's 2 down. Coming in to score was Eli Jacobs. Evan Corbin out at second. Watson still at first. 1 run in. Roseburg back within 2 with 2 down. Top of the order. Kloffenstein takes ball 1. Roseburg with a double, a single, and an error helping him out here in this frame. Ground ball towards short, picked up by Welch. He'll underhand to the second baseman, Graziano, to retire Watson at second. So Roseburg able to get a couple of runs back here in the 6th, but they trail 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
Roseburg trailing 4-2 as we start the bottom of the 6th. New man on the mound will be Jordan White. The right-hander takes over for Dominic Tatone. Tatone goes 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts today. He will look for the offense to help him out in this one to see if they can maybe take away the loss that he is currently on the hook for. Jordan White on the mound, a 1-0 count as he faces E.J. Peterson. Peterson takes inside for ball 2. Peterson is 1 for 2 in the game, but facing the new man on the mound. White's 2-0 pitch is in the air to left field, well hit. Zyman on the run will not get that one as E.J. Peterson, a second ball to left field. This time he got enough behind it to clear the fence, and it's a solo homer to start off the 6th inning for the Irish. That'll put the lead back out to 3 runs for Sheldon. A solo blast over the left field fence got out in a hurry for E.J. Peterson. Hunter Lansden will bat, so the Irish get back one of the runs they gave up to Roseburg in the top of the 6th. Jordan White's first pitch swung on and missed by Lansden. A pitching change brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. If you've been thinking about making a change with your insurance coverage, you can get in touch with Chris. He's got over 10 years of insurance experience. He can make sure that you're getting the coverage you need at a price that fits your budget, auto, home, life, and more. Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. Visit him at chrisinsures.com for a quote today. Ball fouled away for strike 2 against Hunter Lansden. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. 1 run in for the Irish. The 1-2 is popped up. This one not nearly as deep. It's on the infield. And it is Dawson Gillespie, the shortstop, that makes the grab. 0 for 3 for Lansden today. 1 down. Brings up Drew Coleman, 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts for the 8-hitter. Bats from the right side of the plate. Will face the right-handed pitcher for the first time. First pitch, a fastball, misses below the knees for ball 1. For Jordan White, he came in 15 1/3 innings worked. As he misses high, a 2-0 count. 15 1/3 innings. He's got an 0-1 record. A .913 ERA coming into the matchup. 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. His 2-0 pitch is going to plunk. That'll plunk Drew Coleman in the back to put a man on base. Coleman gets on for the first time today. And I believe they said it was Quincy, which would make sense. Calling him Q, so let's see. Maybe he's on the JV roster and I can figure out who he is. 1 out, 1 on. First pitch, strike 1. Quincy at the plate, the 0-1 in for strike 2. So he's 0 for 1 in the game with a walk. It is probably not Brock Thomas, it seems like. Kind of didn't think it was, but I didn't have any other evidence to prove any otherwise. Ground ball, slow roller, third base side. Go to second for 1, relay to first. They got 1. They got 1 on the out at second. The slide. Watson's already in the dugout. Out at second base, he didn't get a chance to make the throw because the slide knocked him down on the bag. They're going to call him safe at first. So breaking up the double play is Drew Coleman out at second base, and Coach Thompson out of the dugout to have a conversation about it. The umpires, home plate umpire talking with Coach Thompson. Now the field umpire will come out there to talk with Coach as well. As it stands right now, a man on at first with 2 away in the top of the order coming up. The conversation will continue. I caught the umpire there saying he slid directly into the bag. And the call is going to stand. No interference out at second base. So Quincy Q will stay at first. So fielder's choice on the ground ball to third base. First pitch swinging top of the order here. Dom Graziano up to bat. He is 2 for 3 on the day. He had a single in the first, a double in the third, but struck out in the fifth, all against Dominic Titone. Stands in with a man at first and 2 outs. An 0-1 pitch coming up. Visit out to the mound for Knox Hubbard. So we are here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 run in on a solo homer by E.J. Peterson. Popped up. Graziano, it's on the infield. Calling for it is Evan Corbin, the first baseman. And he makes the catch to retire the side. So we get through 6 innings, go to the top of the 7th, a 3-run ball game, 5-2. Sheldon in front of Roseburg. When we come back, Roseburg down to their final 3 outs. When we return on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
I am a nurse,
a firefighter,
a college student,
a mother,
and I am an American soldier.
I will always be ready
for every storm
and disaster that threatens my community.
I will always be there to protect my neighbors,
my family,
and my country.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
We are the Army National Guard.
Visit nationalguard.com to learn more about part-time service.
Taylor Langworthy out there to try and get a complete game victory against Roseburg in Game 1 of a doubleheader. And he works ahead. A ball and 2 strikes against Austin Takahashi, who is in the game to lead things off. The 2-hitter takes outside as the count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stick around for the post-game show whenever that is. We will name our Mountain Mike's Pizza Player of the Game for Roseburg when this one wraps up. The 2-2 breaking ball high and in against Takahashi, who is 1 for 2 in the game, been on base all 3 times. Roseburg needs 3 to at least force the bottom of the 7th inning, and they'll get the leadoff man on base. A walk issue to Takahashi, his second. That is the third, no, 1, 2, 3, 4th walk issued by Langworthy in this one. Dawson Gillespie will bat. Takes the first pitch, strike 1 on the off speed. Looked like a changeup, maybe something with some movement to it. The 0-1 pitch here for Gillespie, looking for his first hit. A breaking ball drops in for strike 2. Takahashi on at first. Game tying run, now the on-deck hitter. The 0-2 off the end of the bat, back to the mound. Langworthy throws to second. It's cut off by the shortstop. Throw to first for the double play. A 1-6-3 double play for a second time in the ball game. Dawson Gillespie is grounded into a double play. It comes at a brutal time for Roseburg here in the 7th. Heart of their lineup coming up, and they needing 3 runs to try and stay in this one. First pitch, strike 1 to Silas Kincaid, who is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Nobody on with 2 outs. Breaking ball, and it gets him. That one got away from Langworthy. Kincaid will be hit by the pitch. That is second hit batter of the game for Langworthy. Brings up Knox Hubbard. Reached on an error in the 6th inning. He takes high and inside for ball 1. Langworthy has been the ace on this staff for Sheldon this season. There's 1-0 pitch. Misses low. 2 balls and no strikes against Hubbard. He is a quick worker out there as well. Does not allow a lot of time in between pitches. The 2-0 is in for a called strike. Knox Hubbard is going to force a little extra time. Takes his time in outside the box. Now digs in. The 2-1 hits the inside corner at the knees for a 2-2 count. So Hubbard going to have to protect the plate here. He's looking to try and keep the game going. The 2-2. Breaking ball misses low. Full count pitch coming up. Out at first base, Silas Kincaid will be running on the pitch to the plate. The game tying run is the on-deck hitter. The 3-2. Pulled first base side, gets into right field. Kincaid is holding at second base, and Roseburg, they didn't pick up the signal there. The ball just rolls all the way into foul territory, too. Boy, missed opportunity for Roseburg. Kincaid stays at second base, but the big thing there is they are able to keep the game going. A base hit for Knox Hubbard, his first of the day. Past a diving Nolan Miller at first. And they will bring on the courtesy runner. That is Eli Jacobs. First and second with 2 down. And they are going to bring in Jordan White to run at second base for Silas Kincaid. So they'll bring the pitcher in for the DH, and they can probably mix things up there. Visit out to the mound for Sheldon right now. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Roseburg has the game-tying run at the plate, and Evan Corbin. And Taylor Langworthy will come up 1 out shy of going the distance in this one against Roseburg. Langworthy will come out of the game, and taking over on the mound is going to be Nolan Miller, a lefty. Miller will move from first base to the mound. We'll get you the final numbers on Taylor Langworthy when we come back after this 60-second timeout. A call to the pen brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We are Douglas County Farmers Co-op, but we're not just for farmers. We serve all residents of Douglas County because we are Douglas County. Stop by today for everything from a tank of gas to a bite to eat anytime you're hungry. Pick up something for yourself, your home, and those you care for. Celebrating 100 years of service, Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Good people, good products, and good advice.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Top of the seventh, Roseburg trailing 5-2 with a new man on the mound for Sheldon. It'll be lefty Nolan Miller. The call to the pen is always brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. If you're thinking about making a call to the pen and switching things up with your insurance coverage, get in touch with Chris at 541-672-3301. Visit him at chrisinsures.com for a quote today. Evan Corbin will be the first man up against the new pitcher. Taylor Langworthy goes 6 2/3, gave up 5 hits. Right now credited with just 2 runs allowed, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 2 hit batters. Langworthy moves to first defensively as Miller takes over, and he fires a first pitch, strike 1 against Evan Corbin. Corbin is 1 for 3 on the day. He represents the game-tying run at the plate with 2 outs in the 7th. He takes another strike on the inside corner. And Corbin quickly falls behind 0-2 without taking the bat off his shoulder. So he'll have to protect here as Miller tries to get a 1-out save. The 0-2 swung on and missed. It takes just 3 pitches, and he does it. Roseburg finishes things out here with a 5-2 loss in Game 1. With the loss, that means that South Medford will be your champions of the Southwest Conference in 2022. And Roseburg now plays Sheldon for second place in the conference standings coming up in Game 2 of our doubleheader. 5-2, the final score in this one. We'll take a look at all the numbers when we come back for your post-game show on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations. Top of the Hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Welcome you back here to Sheldon High School, where Game 1 goes complete. The South Medford Panthers probably keeping tabs on this one closely. They will be your Southwest Conference champions in 2022. With the loss by Roseburg, it means they cannot finish tied in the standings with South Medford, so they will be the title holders here this season, and Roseburg and Sheldon will play for second place in the conference standings in our second game of the doubleheader. Joey Keyran here with you as we bring you a recap to Game 1 of today's doubleheader. Sheldon winning 5-2 over Roseburg. Your final numbers: 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 10 men left on base for the Indians. For Sheldon, 5 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors, and 5 men left on base. Taylor Langworthy will get the win, almost a complete game victory. He goes 6 2/3, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 2 hit batters. Nolan Miller picks up a save, pitching the final out of the ball game and getting a strikeout. Taking the loss will be Dominic Titone. Pitched 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Jordan White comes in, pitches the final inning for Roseburg. 1 inning, 1 hit allowed. It was a solo home run. No walks, no strikeouts, and 1 hit batter for Jordan White. Titone takes a loss to drop to 2-3 on the season. It was Sheldon taking a 3-0 lead in the 3rd inning, and that came on a leadoff walk to Quincy, and that's all I know him by. I'm going to have to check on his name coming up for Game 2. Quincy led things off for the Irish with a leadoff walk, then back-to-back doubles by Dom Graziano and Cade Welch. Got runs on the board, Welch driving in 2. And then a 3rd run would come in on a sacrifice fly by Brody Spurlock, and that would make it 3-0, Sheldon in front. The Irish would stretch it to a 4-0 lead with a run in the 5th. An error allowed a base runner on, and then a sac fly would bring him in to score. Nolan Miller with the sac fly to bring in Cade Welch. Roseburg got 2 runs back in the top of the 6th inning. They finally broke through against Taylor Langworthy. A double by Silas Kincaid led it off, and then an error helped out Roseburg in that frame on a pop fly to shortstop. Evan Corbin drove in 1 to get Roseburg on the board, and a sac fly by Carson Dunn would drive in another. Roseburg was behind by 2 at the time, but Sheldon would get 1 run back in the bottom of the 6th on the solo homer by E.J. Peterson, and that would be your final score of 5-2. Sheldon improving on the year to 13-10 on the season, 9-5 in conference play. Roseburg now 16-8 on the season and 10-4 in conference play. 2 teams will meet coming up here in Game 2 in just a few moments. If Roseburg can get a win, they'll secure 2nd place in the conference standings. If Sheldon does, they will move into 2nd place as they finish tied with Roseburg but have the tiebreaker. It's time now to take a look at some offensive numbers for Roseburg. Austin Takahashi goes 1 for 2 with 2 walks and a single. Silas Kincaid 2 for 3 in the game with a single, a double, hit by a pitch. Knox Hubbard was 1 for 3 in the game with a single in the 7th, also drew a walk in the 2nd. Evan Corbin goes 1 for 4 with an RBI, and also Carson Dunn with a sac fly for an RBI in there as well. On the other side for Sheldon, Dom Graziano starts out going 2 for 2, finishes 2 for 4 with a single and a double. Cade Welch goes 1 for 2 with a sac bunt, a 2-run double, and reaching on an error in there as well. Taylor Langworthy goes 1 for 2, had a swinging bunt single, also intentionally walked in there. Brody Spurlock goes 1 for 2 with a sac fly for an RBI and a single. Nolan Miller was 1 for 2 with a single and a sac fly. E.J. Peterson goes 2 for 3 with a single and a solo homer. And those are all your hits in the ball game today for Sheldon. It's time now to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game for Game 1 of our doubleheader. And we're going to give this one to Silas Kincaid, who gets a 2 for 3 day at the plate and scores Roseburg's first run of the ball game. Silas Kincaid is your Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. Thanks to Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. We'll go ahead and take another break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for Game 2 of our doubleheader, and we will get all set up and ready to go. If you are watching the game streaming live online at 541radio.com, we're going to end the broadcast of Game 1. Maybe if you're watching it on our YouTube channel as well, we'll get a new one started. Just either refresh the page or go back to our YouTube homepage, and you should find the new one getting started here in just a couple of minutes. So stick around, folks. We'll have more coming up for you from Sheldon High School as Roseburg falls to Sheldon in Game 1 of our twin bill, and Game 2 just about to get underway. We come back with the Roseburg Disposal pregame show for Game 2. Roseburg Disposal, let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Back after a break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.